Loading. There we go. That's right. Hello. Let me just wave off to the no one. Welcome to the stream. This is number 8 in the series. A new beginning in a realm reborn. Just pull up the stream on my side computer. Okay. We have a lot to get through tonight. Well, yeah. Enough to get through tonight. I logged off on the wrong... Note to all players, always, 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 always log out on your main class because you will earn more rested EXP. So, we didn't quite do that. That's alright. Onward. So, we're going to pick up armor and blacksmith, culinarian, and fisherman, and then we will move on with what we need to do next, which is actually speak to somebody here in Hawker's Alley. So we'll do, let's see, the culinarian is also on this level. I need to figure out, I need to pick up the rogue class as well. Yes. Yes. Have I picked up any of the classes from this area? Let's just check. I have not. Okay. So I've got to pick up blacksmith, armor, culinarian, and fisher, and marauder and rogue. Rogue's gonna be a little... Alright, anyway, let's get, since we're right here at the crafting ones, we'll just pick these up. So, armor is actually off to the side. Blacksmith is actually straight through the doors. And yes, these guilds are right next to each other. Where's the receptionist? Ah, there we are. I'm like, what am I doing? Go to the guild receptionist. Okay, so we've got 2 guild receptionists. 1 for blacksmith, 1 for armor. So you want to be a blacksmith. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you wandered into our forge of your own accord, drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. In these here hallowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons, and when I say Limsa's, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. But if you've got iron in your veins, and the builder's blessing, speak up. Yes. Ah. Well, you're not short on confidence. But do you truly know what you're getting yourself into here, lad? Ours is reborn of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies have forged their weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, till sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine'll eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Lucky for us, the smithies of Eld were a determined bunch, and clever too. So, when they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make it their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us with only the merest hint of piratey promptin', Lamencian smitten came on leaps and bounds. 'Twasn't long before the Gridanians and Uldans started eyeing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though. And so, some 150-odd years ago, 2 particularly forward-thinking men named Naldic, careful there, and Bryce Vimili had the bright idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they'd sell their wares to anyone who had the coin, pirates and foreigners included. And when folks weren't inclined to pay, they made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Ugh, man. Sorry, this is all kinds of crazy. Times have changed though, and we are a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the blacksmiths and armor guild for a few years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and the will to work. As to whether you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Forge Master to decide. Speak to him when you're ready and present yourself to him. And while we're here, we're just gonna speak to Guahanako. Guahanako. Quack, 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 quack. Quackity quack quack. Oh, sorry. Checking and doing and dealing and wheeling and sound a hammering bring you in from the street, did it, lad? It's well uh that you find the din inviting. The Armorers Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. If the clangor of metal striking metal is music to your ears, perhaps you've the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join a guild? Take it from me, lad, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you then? Yes. Well said, lad. Now you should cover a bit of guild history before going ahead with formalities. Armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armors and smithies were all one and the same. But as the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into arm plates became a specialized trade, and the smithies whom showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding, but building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helms, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thin calling, armorers blacksmiths, and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmith, because building a ship ain't making a hatchet, couldn't be more, and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. Seems as though a line needed drawn, and seeing as how Limsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut the ties with the smithies and establish a guild on their own. As for the smithies, well, the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did set well with them, and there's been a fair odd rivalry between our two factions ever since. Always trying to outdo each other we are, which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master, and we can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Hanaza's tongue could strip the scales off a fish back from 40 paces. Wow. Saying that, you won't find a fair mistress this side of the Straits of Myrtle. Let me know when you've mustered the courage to speak with her, and I'll see it to the rest. Alright. Made it, Ryan? Yes. Go present yourself to the blah. Yep. Okay. Can the half-assed adventurer waste and forward? Okay, fine. Any road, it's time you went and paid your respects. Yes. Let's do that. Alright. Hanaza. Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome. I am Hanaza, Forge Master of this guild. I take it Gunhako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft? Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day, you will pit flesh and blood against iron and flame. Oh. Uh, Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Yes. Ha! I see you have no fear for hard work. Well, that is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you'll be out the door before you realize my boot is connected with your backside. Are we well clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basics. What is your name? Vivi? Very well, Vivi. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly. Note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Alright, so we'll come back to that. I will join my friend's guild. Our party request. Not that we are. Yep. Alright. Let me just. Let's see. Um. Alright. Alright, Berthale. About time Renro sent me a new recruit. It's been too long. I'm Berthale, Forge Master of the Blacksmith's Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, 'twould be my great pleasure to educate ye on the finer points of the craft. I don't know what accent I'm using on this, so that's okay. Oh, the rest of these sour-faced bastards. I'll tell you, it's hard and grueling work fit only for the best and brightest, but I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What d'ye say, then, lad? Will you swing a hammer for old Berthale? Ha ha! I knew I liked ye the moment I set my eyes on ye. What did you say your name was again? Name fit for a hero if ever I heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in a bard's song once. Or was it that poor sod's cursing in his cups at the wench? You're a drunkard. Cool. Bah! It don't matter if it was saving the world or bedding someone's mother. It's time to forge yourself a new reputation, pound out a new legend, and you can trust old Berthale to help you do it. But there I go, putting the cart before the chokebow. Here, lad, take this cross-peen hammer, as smithy without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just stand there gawping at it. Take her in your hand. Here, have a few practice swings. Whatever you fancy. There you go. Alright. Yay. Okay, so we've joined those guilds. What else is up here? We've got the Bismarck and the Marauders Guild. Bismarck to join the Culinarians, then over to the Marauders Guild to grab that, and we'll go from there. Oh, that, or we'll go wherever the heck my mouse happens to fall on. To speak with Culinarians Guild. That's where we're going. And I think I can pick up the, whatchamacallit, guild quest in... Alright, Charles? So you want to be a culinarian? I beg your pardon, good sir, but this is the Culinarians Guild. If you're here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron. Might I assume then that you wish to become a culinarian? Ooh. If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinarians Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Yes. Wonderful. Then without further ado, I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. As you are doubtless aware, Limsa has long been the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich culinary tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. The first is our proximity to the fertile lands and plentiful seas of the Vilbrand, which have ever yielded bounteous produce. The second is our standing at the realm's foremost trading post, which grant us access to not only exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed on solely through word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and loss. But that all changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was Admiral Gurria, Rogue Den name, also known as Mast Cleaver. The man's love of fine cuisine was such that, at sea, he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands to the bridge. On the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarians Guild and codified cooking methodology. Today, the guild carries that legacy. Though the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly, not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly new culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as your good self. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, and each member to an ingredient imparting a unique flavor. As with every dish, however, adding ingredients willy-nilly is certain to spoil the taste. For you may take your place in the pot, you must be deemed worthy. A worthwhile addition by Guildmaster Lingseth. Lingseth? Whatever. A man whose passion for cookery burns hotter than any oven. Before troubling him, I must warn you that ours is a truly sweltering kitchen. As such, you would be well advised to ask yourself, can I stand the heat? If you earnestly believe that you can, speak to me once more, and I shall be glad to guide you through the enrollment process. Interesting. So, have you resolved to walk the path of the culinarian? Yes. Wonderful. Then speak to... This will come as no surprise, but he's the finest chef in Limsa. His skill and dedication are second to none. You will find the guildmaster up the stairs yonder. Keeping a watchful eye on his charges. Impress upon him your desire to learn, and he will surely find a place for you in his stew. By which I mean the guild. Alright. Alright, Langseth. Well met, venturer. I take it you want to join our guild. Let's have a good look at you, then. Ah, what an underfed whelp you... What's an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind the skillet. I jest. It don't take muscle to become a culinarian. Hells, it don't even take talent. At least not on its own. No, son, more'n anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, There ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? Yes. That's the spirit. Aye, your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Well, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing that'll get us through this gristly bits. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more'n serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether you can tell which end is which. Aye, I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now, show me you can hold a skillet, and I'll get you started on your first task. Alright. Unlocked Culinarian. Now off to the Marauders Guild to unlock the second of the two basic tanking classes. Blauthel, or whatever. Ho there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth wielding needs two hands on the haft and has a blade what can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our Mamba's trained to use with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're of a mind to make the Marauder's art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say ye, lad? Keen on joining the ranks? Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm, or worse, it makes sense for a crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape. Especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Galadian Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It has been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors who sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are you? Think it over. Then let me know if you decide to join our ranks. Sure. You decided then. You ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then, all needs doing now is to speak with the Axemaster himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wernzoen is his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Yeah. Yes, I'm Wernzoen. Axe Master, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blauthodda. Wow. But once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits as an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yep. Very well. Attend me well, then. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft-times be your own. I present you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grab the haft with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. We'll do that later. Alright. Now then, off to the fisherman's guild. Go fisherman, then we'll teleport back to either the Aetherite Plaza, or I think I can talk to the guy out front of the thing for... We'll see. Oh my god. Malika. Let's call you Lika. Well, a well-wishing welcome to you. A well-wishing welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to Fisherman's Bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Hooray! Hooray! Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman in Limsa Laminsa. Since we're surrounded by the sea, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. While some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy-crawly critters. You might say we cast a wide net. People prattle about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa. And there's much and more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurers out to sea. I'll wager you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with the rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the number of net fishing yields, but pole fishing positively pulls prettier prizes. Wow. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in before the guildmaster. Puns galore. Puns, puns galore. I'd hate to hear you'd had a change of heart. You haven't, had you? Have you? Nope. Spoken truly like a true bespoke fisherman. What? Well, then, it's time you met the guildmaster. But unfortuitously, unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment, and every moment, that is. So, Sissy-Poo tends to tend to tasks that require tending to. I did not remember how tongue-twisty this was. Such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sissy-Poo's presiding over those pools. Whenever you decidedly decide to say hello. She might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. You be yourself, and you have nothing to worry about. Wow. Please tell me Sissy-Poo doesn't speak in alliteration and all that jazz, too. Yes, yes, save your breath. I've heard every word between you and Lika, so I know she told you my role here. And she said Wawalago posed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry. So all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential anemones. You've passed the first You've passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke. Now you only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? Well, I've never fished before, so yes. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and a prayer, so I suppose I can spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need a pole and prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. 1 out of 2 isn't bad. I'll even throw in some lungworms since you're not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say, they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. Alright. Readying your line. To fish, you must first change to the fisher, and put the rod in your main hand. The body of water, cast action, but you need to select bait. We'll do all that when we actually get to fishing. Alright. Let's see if I can talk to this guy. I may not be able to. Okay. So, there are 2 ways to go about going to the rogue guild. You can either speak to Lowernd, or I'm going to do the other one, because it's easy to walk up to that guy and speak to him and just be admitted. But the roundabout way to do it is actually go to the Aetheryte Plaza. Okay. The Bruguiere Consortium. This is the person you want to talk to. Seeks of a conveniently unoccupied adventure. I think this is it. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or 2 to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks. I require someone to make, a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advise their presence here in Limsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service, of which the Bruguiere Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to their doorman, Lonward, along with our profuse gratitude. So yeah, speaking to this sets it up. Then you can go back to the Fisherman's Guild, closest Aetheryte. Now, you can either complete the quest like this, delivering this package, or you can speak to him outright. Since this quest is only going to net you like 50 experience, it doesn't really matter which one you do. Alright, Lowward. This is the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss, a house of deep reflection and meditation. So unless you've proper business with us, you can kindly bugger off. I have something for you, sir. What's this then? A parcel from the Bruguiere Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies. And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches, too. Them consortium culls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take 'em inside. You let, Jens, whatever her name was, know we're always here should her boss have need for us again. Okay. There's naught behind these convent doors for a worldly type like you, Gov. We're the dutiful sisters of Edelweiss, all pure and saintly like. Now bugger off. Hang about. Ain't you that cove as goes by the name of Vivi? Yes, I am. Ha! Knew it. We like to snilch at all the rise in talent, and from what I hear, your head and shoulders rest. If you can handle yourself half as well as they say, you might well be of use to us. And forget all the Sisters of Edelweiss bollocks. That's just a bit of fun to fob off the curious calls. We're a guild of rogues, mate, and it's mainly our marks as do the preying. Me and mine work in the shadows of Limsa, taking a keen edge to the rooks and cacklers what have earned themselves a millin. We don't trout for members, but every now and again we might offer a promising young cove a place in the ranks. If you've any interest in joining us, tip us your daddles, and we'll put a hilt in each one, just like the gods intended. So what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? Sure. Good to see you keen, but I should probably warn you on a few points before you dive in. When most guilds take pride in turning their members into the best bloody candlestick makers they can be, we only care about getting the job done. And the job ain't pretty. You become one of us, and you'll soon be neck deep in scum and knife fights. So if you're looking to scamper across the rooftops and bilk dandies on their blunt, you'd best take up with a different crew. Think on that, and come back if you're still keen. Yep. I didn't scare you off then? Benny. They told me you was a meddlesome cove, and so it's proved. You'll need every ounce of that metal soon enough. Now step inside and have a prattle with Jack. He's our upright man, the master of the guild. You may now freely enter the Rogues Guild whenever you speak to the gatekeeper. You're looking to head inside? Hello, Jack. Jake. I'm the one they call Jake, though I'm surprised you've heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name, along with what? Along with that other kindly cove has told you mine. Ah, famous Vivi. Oh, Lonnie. Left Patch let you in, did he? He can't throw blade for shite, but that one eye don't miss naught when it comes to sizing up dimmer colt for the stolen. Just one thing, you ain't a pirate, are you? Well then, it's time you was stalled to the rogue. Put on your best beta cases and we'll swear you in myself when you're ready. Now I could fill your wattles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just wids and wind. The most important thing, the only thing we care about, is getting the job done. Now most folk, and I'm assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limsa's founding, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But, as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if they didn't lay down a few rules. An unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Lamintians. 2. You don't rook a crew out of their spoils. And 3. You don't trade culls like there was chapel. I'll admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3, at least. Now, you might be thinking, none of that amounts to a sack of dillberries now that Admiral outlawed piracy. But in the back alleys and the black markets, where Merwolf's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. And just as the law enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest, and hand out justice to them as break the code. Some run-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong cull, and we steal them back. That's the job, Manati lad. Course, we don't hop the twig when blade work's called for neither. You'll see there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals with the pointy end. We'll weaken a mark with poison, fade away and strike in the darkmans, whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, what do you say to that? Got the guts to do a rogue's job? Sure. Alright then. First off, we'll have to get your knit sorted out. A rogue needs to be light on his do-beaters and stay on a mark's trail. The job might have you fighting across a deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing you want is a bleeding great battle axe what hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we stick to daggers. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and let's see how they look on you. Just don't get so excited with your new toys that you forget to dress for the role. You'd be surprised how many cults come back to me with bloody small clothes. Back to me in their bloody small clothes. Ah ha ha. So he doesn't want you just wearing nothing and your daggers. Alright. And now, that is everything, except the ones that we get in expansion. So, now we can move on. Now, where are we moving on? Oh, I guess I need to return to this person. Well, that's okay. She's near Hawker's Alley, and that's where we need to go anyway. You know what, just for the heck of it. We're gonna hand this in under something that will make better use of that low 50. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? I'm quite sure an adventurer of your stature has already glimpsed the truth behind the facade. For a business such as ours, their presence in the city is incredibly reassuring. I guess from that you're supposed to go, oh, they must be rogues. Alright. This guy will unlock ventures, but we're... Hello, fellow member of guild. Goes on. There you are. Bansing. Bansing? Whatever. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. A queerin' what worked at the Druthers. Ah, you speak of Tetarune. Related to that Kokoirune bloke just over there, by some blood or another. Two of them put together, and we're making good coin. But old Tetaroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You better ask Kyokyo-rune himself. He can be tight-lipped, though, I warn you. Best to take a chicken egg with you. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Ha! Good to hear old Busk, though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send a venturer along. Too shy to come his own self. God, I miss drinking with that fool. Alright, so I need a chicken egg, which means I need to go to a culinarian. Autograph supplier, independent culinarian. Boiled egg, I need a chicken egg. Tradecraft supplier. There, chicken egg. Only 5 gil, not bad. Alright, Kyokurun. Customer, be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Kyokurun busy with business. Too busy for blather. Have a chicken egg. Chicken egg? Kyokurun, love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tetaroon. Tetaroon not here no more. Tetaroon leave Limsa. Tetaroon go look for Sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Tetaroon. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kyokurun forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kyokurun. Almost as fun as talking to the sylphs. Almost. Alright, the docks is back at the Fisherman's Guild, I believe. Guess we'll soon find out. Yep. Hello, Weinberg. Tetaroon. I seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north, by way of the ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Eldfolk. He's an old hand, what knows a great deal about the great many things. Alright, let's go to Aleport. Will you be riding with us? Sure. Man. My allergies are killing me. Alright, Adelfoot. Or Ale, whatever. Tetaroon? Aye, I saw him, that is to say, I seen him. Ugh. He took himself north through Skull Valley unto Oakwood. Was looking for a place run by a fellow Quirin. I reckon he meant the one. Right on the shore of Bronze Lake. Memaroon's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Yeah. Welcome to Aleport. I assume that did I attune to this? I don't know that I have, actually. I haven't, probably. No, I want to say that I have. Do this fate. Nope, should be fine. Nope. Do the fate. Join the fate. Get some seals. Seals are good. It's better than nothing. Fate's over this way. Low level, but naturally. Really? Goodbye, Arbor Buzzard. I'm tired of you. Jackals. It had to be jackals. Uh-oh. Oh, I level sync, that's why. every single time. Alright, well, we got a few more seals. Not enough to warrant. We're getting there. Close. Closing in. Uh-oh. These guys are big. Not line of sight. What are you talking about? There's a boulder in the way, so the target is not in line of sight. Oh, screw it. It's down, so to speak. This. Not happy. Oh. Alright. Woohoo! Alrighty. Memaroon's trading post is on Sestasha. Oh. So that'll be right there. Sure, that'll be later. But I can take out these stone shells when I get there. And they are nicely positioned right next to Memaroon's trading post. So that works out. What it was about today, but I'm beginning to fade rather quickly. Here's stone shells. One. Teteroon. Customer, be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Teteroon. Teteroon, forget this. Forget it, druthers. Teteroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Teteroon, thank. Teteroon, thank. Yeah. Good Bascarone doing good? Good Bascarone good to Teteroon. Teteroon miss good Bascarone. Oh look, nothing I want. Alright, Teteroon, what can I help you with? Ooh, a pastoral cane. Level 23. Compared to my level 20. I could do with a new weapon, for sure. Good Bascaroon, help Teteroon. Teteroon dead without good Bascaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Teteroon make Kieran firewater for Bascaroon. Bascaroon love firewater. You help Teteroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need good water. Good water from Fool Falls. And need coral whiskers. Need 5 good coral whiskers. Use the empty barrel to draw water at Fool's Falls. Over that way. There is also a fate nearby. There. Just get him by his lonesome. This might be okay. Out of my league. I can always run away. Let's put you away. Oh, you can't be moved back. That's not fun. Yep, running away. Not worth it. Oh, that was interesting. Ah, Cobalt Pikmin. Of all the Beastman tribes, I'm really not a fan of the kobolds. Mostly because I really hate their, like, final area. The Ungamora mines, you have to do so much in those mines, and I just... It's not a fun place to be. Like, ever. Oh, crap. hunt monster. And that fate. I like doing that fate, but not by my lonesome. That is for sure. I should maybe add some cross-class abilities. Use Venom, the poison from... Let's see about those. I don't think I've assigned any. Skills. Surecast. Rune and Physic. Oh, well, I can't use anything anyway, so never mind. Three coral pups. Down. Four coral pups down. Finger. Shouldn't bother me if I don't bother it. Coral pup. Let's make sure that I've got him out. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Paralysis. It won't save you. Alright. Now then. Should be able to... Oh, no bandits. Oh, those aren't bandits. Through this area. I have walked up there. That's a cool climb. I might do that climb. We'll hand it in to Tatooine. Maybe he'll send us up there. But that's alright. Tatooine make water for Buscaroon. You bring me Tatooine thingies. Yep, there's the water and there's the whiskers. You brought all thingies. Tatooine make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tetrarunes start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Okay, let's pick up the pastoral yew cane. Let's go ahead and sort. So, now then, here comes the issue. I can't equip that yet. Oh no. Oh no, he gave me that. Let's see. Let's convert some of these things. Convert. Ash Radical. Yes. Thaumaturge staff, Thaumaturge. Here we go. Oh, it's not convertible. I'm gonna drop it because it's only worth like 2 gil. Chase. The crook. I am not a crook. Reassign some gear. Sugarloaf hat. Forgot about that. Still 25 on. Nope. No new armor. How about gloves? No, not discard. Sort. Thank you. Cotton dress gloves. In a muddy brown. Awesome. Even robe. Anything else? How about pants? Pantalones? Pantalones Samus. Bow striker boots are for Disciple of War. Duckbills. This is a one-handed or two-handed? It's two-handed. Fang necklace. Bone necklace. No earrings yet. Fun here. Dawn wrist guard. It gives me vitality, intelligence, mind, and let's compare it. Intelligence +1, mind +1, critical hit and determination, which this does not have. We'll hold on to it for now. Redanian ring, accuracy and slashing resistance. This is much better. Alright, so now that I look like a weird wizard, weird sugarloaf hat, I'm a sugar plum fairy. Let's see. Scale Greaves, Jackboots, or Ether. Yay, silver pieces. Tatooine make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Bascaroon. Good firewater for good Bascaroon. Yep. Tell Bascaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tatooine hopes Bascaroon happy. Tatooine gives Bascaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Bascaroon. Tatteroon make big shop Sunday, biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many, many sparklies. All thanks to good Bascaroon. He didn't seem particularly pleased. Now, duty-wise, I want to see one thing. Dungeons. Palatali is actually a level 20 dungeon. So, I'm going to make a point of doing that next time. Could try and run it now. And I've got something on my front. Alright. So, I wonder. Stone Vigil. Be nice to run that. Actually. Giant enemy crab. Karkinos. He's probably too tough. Maybe. Karkinos must be slain. I'm actually... Something you're going to see? My computer screen! What? Unheard of! The desktop, I need to put on... Where's the server?
Connected.
Alright. We'll send, since I probably can do... Okay, I have sent word to the other M Knights. We will see if they respond. And we will see just how ridiculously difficult this guy is. Why is Protect not up? Oh, I guess I've been on long enough that Protect... On range. He is now. Let's see how this fares. Probably not going to fare very well at all. It's hard. That I can handle. It'd be nice when I finally have my chocobo. Because then my chocobo can do the tanking for me. Alright, Karkinos, you shall not best me this day. Except, now I've run into a problem that white mages tend to have. I have no MP. Let's send you. Ugh. Can't be sent away. I know I don't have enough MP right now. I have it now. Come on. Ooh, yay. Again. Now would be a good time to use an ether, but whatever. It's not worth it. Yay! 120, so I'm over 1,000. Just have like 800 more to go. Alright, so I need to go to Bascaroon. Black Shroud. South Shroud. 511! Screw that. Oh, well, I have... I do have... And, actually... is... But it's a little bit... It's a lot higher level. Could be dangerous just getting there. I'll come back. I'm going to go ahead and use Aetheryte ticket, though. 42. That's the reason I have these things, so that I can travel wherever I need to go. Look, wood. Dalmatica, which isn't worth it. But I could get the silver pieces. Hello, I'm Niall, and I work for the Adventurers Guild. Not looking for a job, are you? But of course you aren't. In any case, I'm contractually obligated to tell you that I have in my possession the details of such needful tasks as have been set forth by the residents of Quarrymill and the surrounding areas, mostly involving the slaying of monsters and the procurement of goods. Yes. All in all, terribly dangerous work, or so they tell me. Should this idea appeal to you for some reason, I may add that I am required to assess your volunteers' chances Each volunteer's chances of surviving said employment via the assignation of a similarly dangerous trial leave. Not to be put off by the thought of an abrupt and painful demise, then please signal your intent to undertake the task. Yep, I'll do it. Revenge. Let's see. A new underhanded technique involving the propagation of peaceful trance. Create confusion during robberies. Except I have so many allowances. Very good. I almost forget. Trance won't feel the effects of the bottle of solace unless you weaken them sufficiently first. I wish you fortune in your task. So this is one where you weaken them and then splash them in the face. Which you might think would actually upset them more, but no. That's odd. On here. That was weird. Oh. Perfect. Goodbye. Ooh. Poacher, eh? Don't believe we are going to deal with you. We are going to slay you where you stand. Okay. There we go. Anger down. So. Need to do enough damage. They are injured, but not dead. There we go, Angerdelm. You be nice. Now then, is there a treasure chest? Don't see the faint, glimmery glow of a treasure chest. Attention of the other treant just yet. Not to stray too far. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, well, it was worth a look-see. There we go. Return. Hello. It seems I must congratulate you on completing the trial leave. Here's a reward to entice you to jeopardize your personal safety a second time. Difficult completion complete. On the payroll. I'm cautiously heartened by the knowledge that you are not certain to be summarily slaughtered should you choose, for whatever reason, to undertake a leave quest at some point in the future. Oh dear, I do hope I haven't tempted fate. Elegant silver piece, thank you. I now have Quarry Mill leaves. Actually, Quarry Mill is a great and probably the best place to do crafting leaves, and is also often a place to do gathering leaves, but gathering leaves are a little bit more single-sided. They're not like that great when you could just be grinding, gather. I mean, grinding, gathering is boring, but it is helpful, useful. Anyway, let's head over to Buscaroon and defeat these antelope stags on the way. Hunting log, hunting log, hunting log. Do you know the Muffin Man? The, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Sorry, stag. Goodbye. Woohoo! Actually, what entry was that? Or in this area. Tantalin, Tantalin. Silent Arbor. Goblin Thugs. Central Shroud. So I've got Goblin Thugs I can take care of. They're probably... Or no, they're down here. Oh, I said Tamtar Deepcroft. I meant the Thousand Maws. That's the next, like, major. Let's go back and take care of those goblins first, because I'm waiting on a fellow M Knight to join us in doing Halatali for the first time. Oh, crap. I thought he was going to be dead, but I was wrong. That was a silly mistake on my part. Goblin Thug, Goblin Thug. Perfect. Need to run away anyway. Attract any other goblins. Woohoo! Yes! Repose. I now have a sleep spell. Thank the sweet Lord. Thank the sweet Lord. I love sleep. Yes, I do. Sleep. Super helpful. Alright. Onward and overward. Bark efts in upper paths. Over by Bascaroon. They're probably in this riverbed. Let us go see what we can see. And kill what we can kill. That's an interesting dungeon. Bascaroon brothers. Smallmouth Orbon. I know they are wildfires. Hello, doe. To the south? Mayhaps they are to the south. Only one way to find. None except who's played the game have gone before. Hobble to discuss their next attack. Ah, welcome.
Hi, V.
Hey, Avery. What's up?
Not much. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I'm just killing time. Sacred Antidote.
Sorry, that dungeon ran a little longer than I wanted
No
it
problem. I'm just doing some hunting log stuff. I figured I should probably do Halatali before I'm level 30. Considering I'm already level 26.
to. Yeah, really.
Just die already. Go. 2 animal skins. Alright. so that's everything in the South Shroud, I think. That's Thanalan, that's Thanalan, that's Central Shroud, and that's in Lenosha. So I am mostly keeping up with the hunting log. Okay. So how do you want to run Halatali?
I can go as DPS so you can heal it.
Perfect.
if you want.
That works for me.
Before you queue, I have to plug this phone in. I'll be right
Yep,
back.
no problem. I'm actually going to... Farm supplier and vendor, that works. Vitality material, meh. Water material, meh. Savage aim, Quick tongue, saving that.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, I'm queuing now. Duty finder. Halatali. Oh, insta queue is always nice.
Did you get a bonus? Did they need the healers?
I didn't see. I'm assuming it's tank.
Always tank.
Oh, this will be an interesting one. I haven't... The thing is, going back and running all of these, like, normal mode dungeons, I have not run them in so long. Like, I know I had to run them for my books, but I really, like, it's just like, I see these dungeons, I'm like, I can't remember how this dungeon plays half the time. Protect.
They have the tanking pet out.
They do.
Yes.
That's the tanking pet. Well, we'll see how this goes. Oh, she's changing it.
Fire. Fire.
Oh, and I don't have... I don't have cleric stance on, so that's good. Oh, shoot. Crap. That was fun. I love getting hit with AoEs. I should probably stand back. He's gonna grab that gas bomb accidentally, I bet. We might. Oh, crap! Do I have repose? I don't have repose yet. Shit. And the tank! Heals! We're gonna die on this bomb. Do you have your sleep spell yet?
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work on the gas bombs, but yeah. That would be. That was fun.
Guess we're not going for a full.
Oh.
Ooh, there's treasure up there. Treasure.
I wonder if that's gonna screw my map achievement. Yep. So, it's a good thing to maybe point that out to the tank, maybe. Can we go back? Maybe we'll say something real quick. You have to actually, like, come over. Yay! Got the heckler imps for my hunting log. First boss.
Claim this one over here.
Okay. I don't know that I should really be doing much of anything just yet. They're only gonna come from one fire at a time until it gets further down.
Listen, sweetheart. Either do one or the other.
Right? She thinks you're gonna handle it, I guess.
Well, no, she came over and started on it. Well, you don't need two of the DPS.
Right.
On it. Now look, all these over here are getting through.
Well, I'm putting arrows up.
Listen, sweetheart.
Well, at least the actual boss doesn't do much damage, so I can actually kind of like help out a little bit. Can't. do enough damage. It's Noxious. There we go. Now we should be able to just focus the boss. This fight's pretty easy. Loots. Ethereal iron plate belt. We'll greet it. Because why not? Oh, and I got it. Yay! Supply and provisioning missions. That'll be nice. I am healing on cleric stance. Like, oh, I'll just throw cleric stance up for the last of this boss. It won't be that bad. Oh, right. I should probably not have it on when I... Oh, me.
It's so.
Oh, look at that. I'm so silly. Okay. The python can do poison, right? I want to say the python can do poison.
Yeah. That's why I'm killing it first.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh shit, what's going on here? Speed heal, speed heal, speed heal! Medica! That was scary for 1 second. I'm still not 100% confident in my abilities. I need to work on Marauder a little bit, because it seems like that gladiators tend to have more, like, I guess either that or she's not popping cooldowns.
Hell, she may not have many at this level.
That's true. It just seemed like I toyed around with gladiator on my main character, and it seemed like that class had like a cooldown at the very beginning of everything. Like, it had like a cooldown every other level.
Yeah. Of course, we're not fighting too terribly tough a monster.
No. Yay! Completed another hunting entry for my Grand Company hunting log. I went with the twin adders, in case there was ever a question. Just gonna pull them all. Okay, that's cool. Oh, why did no? Eek. Heals. He. Oh no, she's got. Okay, she does have. It's not really a cooldown necessarily.
Wish she would mark this part.
I know.
That other guessing what's. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. still, ever since the expansion, there's still severe server lag. I have noticed. I have made note. Made note of the lag of the servers. Uh-oh. I have a python on me. Okay, good. Well, she managed to grab the python. Or did somebody else grab the python? Five of those pythons. Oh good, there's more ahead. Wow, we are not having great luck with this, are we?
No, we're getting
all the sprites, all the lightning. Fun lightning.
I dare you to pull to the chance.
I'm not going to chance it.
I dare you. Come on. We've had so much good luck lately.
You know how my luck goes. The RNG gods do not like me. Yay! I might actually have enough to buy my frickin' chocobo now. Stand back, everyone. It's probably a bomb. Watch it be a bomb. Oh, that's hilarious. Not good. Like, come on, really? No, kablooey. That's alright. Well, that was interesting. Is there nothing over here?
I like this boss. Oh, we continue going that way at the end.
Oh, that's right.
After this.
Oh, I do like this one too. This one has an interesting mechanic though. So at first, oh no. Well, the tank should be pulling it over here. Should be.
Nah, you can heal through.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. That's why you pull it over. probably pay attention. Ah. Heal. Heal, damn you, I said heal. Alright, there we go. Thunderclap. Disband.
I'm standing in the water.
You should probably not do that. I hear the water is actually electrified when it glows purple like that. Just saying. Yay! Bosco, bye-bye. Ooh, true loots. A coral's eye. Green. And ethereal cotton breeches. Needing.
Gas.
Yay! Oh, I rolled a 96 on that need. Why is it that I always roll, like, really high when I'm, like, guaranteed to be the only one that really needs it? Oh well. Regans. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Yep. Oh, I still got the mapping achievement. That's cool.
Stupid pet.
It's just that one skill that sucks. Oh, not that. Oh, of course.
Oh, final boss already. Yippee.
Yep. Hopefully they don't start without me. I hate the, the, oh, damn, I forget the boss. Forget the name of it now. In, the Sunken Temple that's kind of like this. Or no, is it the Sunken Temple that's like this one? No. The one where he summons, like, the ads that you can't touch, and he just, like, he's like, brothers, come help me, and then they just, like, hit you for no reason. Medica. I'm gonna throw out a Medica. Nope. Let's not stand in the fire. Shall we? Sounds like a plan. Ah. I know, right? But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't still go after the frickin' Monitus, because they'll still hurt if they hit us. Nope. Medica. Yay!
I figured I better do it before that.
Right? It's like, ugh. It's like, there's a reason we have mechanics. Follow the mechanics. Alright.
Oh no, what a terrible loot.
Perfect. Player commendation. I guess I have to give it to this person. Alright, what do we get? Yay! A conjure. Neat. Oh, yay! I don't even think it's better than what I have. Like, really, at all. Let's see. It's level 22. Mine's currently 23. Oh, but it is better damage. It is better. Well, yay!
I always look at the item level and use whatever item level's higher.
Yeah, but the thing is with the early ones, it's more a matter of like that, like at this point, like any kind of ethereal gear, so any green, pink, purple gear is going to be better than anything that's a higher item level. Because the magic damage is a +3, the auto attack is 16. It's got the same delay, but it has Vitality 4, Mind 4, Piety 2, and Critical Hit. Whereas what I'm currently using, which is more to my level, a level 23 item, Vitality 3, Determination 3, Mind 4. So it's better overall. Granted, it's only one item level lower, but still. Well, I don't know that I'll get to the 1,000 Maws of Todorock tonight, so I'll probably, yeah. Oh, I got a player commendation. Yay. So a good thing to note, viewers, not you, Avery. When you are in a dungeon with a friend, you can't actually give a player commendation to that friend. Which kind of, I mean, it makes sense because you get rewards for the more player commendations you get. So it makes sense that you wouldn't want to have it so that, oh, I can just queue in with my friend. We can just give each other the player commendation over and over and over again. So yeah, that's how that works. spine. It's been a long day. I might stop at 10 actually. So I think I'm just going to continue with the story and set up to start and do 1000 Moz next week on the stream if you're available.
Yeah.
And that way,
Absolutely.
and actually that way, then chances are the whole quintessential quartet will be active.
Oh, I wish. Oh, well, not tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Got a late start.
Yeah, I saw
It'll
that.
have to be this weekend.
Yep.
It's gonna be this
Yep.
weekend.
And I'll be playing on my main with that. That'll be easier. All right. Well, thank you.
Because our tank. What level is our tank? What is she?
She was in the 40s, like the early 40s, I want to say. Like 42, maybe? So yeah, I mean, I could probably on my main character like build up with Astro maybe if you wanted to run DPS or although my Astro's only
I could run as a healer.
yeah, I mean
I like the idea of when we're doing like progression
yeah,
to stick to the main.
doing our main roles.
For Kevin, well, for them,
Yeah.
I don't. For you and me, it could be fluid where we could switch back and forth since you don't have your healer to that level.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind just.
That's fine. Who knows if Friday doesn't pan out, I could level Astro. It shouldn't take too terribly long. I've got oodles and oodles of rested EXP on my main character, so. Well, anyway, I've got to get back to the stream because I have an audience. Not really, but yeah.
Okay. Well, it was
Yep.
fun, and we will. So long.
Yep.
And good night.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Avery.
Bye, V.
Okay.
User disconnected from your
Okay,
channel.
Bhaskaran. What have you got for me? Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Tatarune's belongings to him. What's this? For me? Some firewater. Clear and firewater? So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... Aw, bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I'd reckon it'd be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's gonna be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. Alright, Bhaskaran. Let's get on to business. Oh, prunes. Those are better, I guess, than raisins. Except... There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like, the missing sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the track where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. Do that. I will do that. That should probably... get us actually 2,000 mods of Toto Rock. And that should be right in keeping with... Let's see, map-wise. Alright, so... Yeah, there are a couple over there. I'm actually gonna... go... first. Ah! Kind of. Not really. Oh. Please don't aggro me, Kedrip. Nothing to see here. Blacklist. The blacklist is gonna fill up a lot. I swing around this. Probably not. Definitely not. Inspect, inspect, search, search. Let's see. Oh, really? I am 5. Ugh. That sucks. I will have to do a quick fate here before. Discovered nearby. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, let's get rid of the mage first. Easier to deal with when you are dead. Uh-oh, I lost protect. And I need cleric stance. Oh. Well, that just sucks. That was silly on my part. I should have been paying closer attention. Actually, I should probably switch my home point. Home point is set to Aleport. Alright. Well, that was silly. Because I was stupid. Because that was my fault. Be here for a little bit, so let's set this as our home point. Oh. Sorry. Apologies. Protect your ears. now have enough seals to get my chocobo. Alright, let's go grab the... right back to Gridania. What? What damn? Chocobo! On the waterfront. Of course. Stunned by the bastard. By Decurion. Fun in hell. Back to Baskaroo. So, was there aught to be found in the wood? Did you come to Garleans? In this part of the Twellswood? First Sylphs and now Garleans, and all in the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs? Tracking them? Or giving chase, mayhaps? But no, not this far into the forest. The Whalers' spires are everywhere. Imperials could not have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they... Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand, and where the Whalers watch. A Gridanian traitor. Bascarin has more work for a willing adventurer. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst. Someone, was aiding the Garleans? Well, I think I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Vivi, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. Okay, traitors be damned. South Shroud. Right? Ah. We are in the South Shroud. That's weird that he would lay like he's in the South Shroud. He's outside our door. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Begone! If you have no business with whalers, take it to the barracks. Or if you have. Alright, Sketchy Sketcherton. You're acting sketchy. You again? I told you I'm busy with my duties. Now piss off. Sprint. Fly like an eagle. Die already. Not long now. Patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You? What did... How long have you... Help! Help! Please come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. Uh-huh. So, you are a traitor after all. Jerkface. Well. Be gone. So much... Oh, really? Ugh. Now, gone with you. Alright, what do you have to say? How did you... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. What a weasel. Laurentius Weasalis. What a jerk. I thought you were the one. Uh-huh. A likely story. Of course it is. Of course, of course. Why are you following me? Leave me be. I told you, that Garlean just appeared. I know nothing. Oh my gosh. Speak with him one final time. Really? He's not even running in a straight line. If you're above level 20, you'll be synced. No escape, Laurentius. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough. Enough, I say. It, it's over then, aye? Oh, it's over then. Aye, I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. I am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes and took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. Though you do not yet realize how much. Bloody idiot, did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I've brought the Aura bastard. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did we? You there, Aura. You stand here at old Busk's swish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Alright, who am I going after first? Well, we'll take on the guy that's after me. Legless Laurentius. Oh, Laurentius. Should have known better. What have we here? Alright, Funditor. You're going down first. Actually. Magnifer, you're going down first. Alright, Decurion, now you die. Should be going after Laurentius. How has it come to this? Because you're a bastard. Nobody's touching this guy. So this is to be my end. Yep, that's right. You're all going down. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side? They're your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I know the answer only too well. Bascaroon, this is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Bascaroon. Tell him Laurentius the fool says, "Thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes." Well, it only took stalking him in the woods and then thrashing him to within an inch of his life. But hey, that's fine. So, it's probably not traipsing in. But, it's the only way through. of that black mage. That's odd. She just vanished. As if into thin air. Well, back to Buscaroon. Seems you were correct, Buscaroon. Laurentius was a loser. Loser Laurentius. Aye, Laurentius confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the twin adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he could change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Or if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the adder's nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Vivi. The Sylph Elder has been found. Ah. Oh look, useless or useless. Into the Beast Maw. Oh yay, Papalimo. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem. His name is Phrixio, and he is the eldest among the sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's even a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are no use to us if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Maws of Rock here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Phrixio was seen, and not long ago, neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help to help Elder One. Poor Phrixio. Poor Phrixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went into Rock but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking One must help Elder One. Help Elder One now! Ah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Phrixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the adder's nest and request assistance. Understood. Vivi, go to the Thousand Maws of Totorok and see that Phrixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Bloistriant. Bloistriant. That's a mouthful. Right, Bloiserant. Bloiserant. Whatever. By order of the Elder Seatseer, the dungeon known as the Thousand Maws of Totorok has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you are sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? Gods, strike me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Totorok is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray, assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Yay! 1,000 miles of Totorok accessible. Unfortunately, we are not going to do that right now, but we are going to head back to Gridon. Let's just take the Chocobo Porter. Abused adventurer. But by the seven hells, I'm getting my damn Chocobo tonight. Oh, but it's my free destination, so that's good. Where's dog is not happy. At 10 o'clock at night. Best time to be unhappy. Oh yes. Must go. I must grab. Ow. Serpent Quartermaster. Materials. Serpent, Chocobo, issuance. Yay. Yay. At such long last. Alright, Singer. Want a bird issued, you say? I'll need to see your Serpent Chocobo issuance. Here you go. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Alright. Name your chocobo. There we go. Well, my main character has Ginger. Lola. Name your chocobo Lola. Yep. I dare say he likes this name. Here's your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive me if he doesn't respond when summoned into crowded cities, areas, monster-infested layers. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your chocobo rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Yay! And I leveled up. Personal chocobo. You can use the chocobo whistle and acquire the action to summon your chocobo. The action to summon your chocobo can be set to the hotbar. If you are attacked while on chocoback, your steed may buck you and run off to safety. You may only summon him again once the immediate threat has been neutralized. Chocobo armor and barding can be equipped. So, first things first. Use it. Chocobo whistle. I can now summon the mount. Yay! Now then, my mount guide shows me all of the mounts that I have, but what I really want is the companion, which is my actual chocobo. So, his level is gonna mirror mine, so he'll technically, Lola, she will be at level 27. As I once I summon her with some Gashel greens, she'll be out for a 30-minute time period, and she will gain experience as she fights with me. Initially, they won't have many skills, so when you first summon them, then we'll do all this. Actually, I need to do that in my feisty little chocobo. Yeah, okay. And then, so this is something come later. Appearance-wise, so color is something that you can change, but it requires feeding your chocobo, which means you have to stable your chocobo at your estate, your house. Luckily, I can do that at my free company's estate. That's not a big deal. He comes set with a Gridanian saddle and stuff like that, but I happen to have other bardings, so we're going to change him over to the Black Mage barding. Alright, so now he will appear as a Black Mage in Black Mage armor. Now then, in order to summon him, I need some Gashel greens, but let me think. I actually need to go to... where's... Yellow Serpent Gate, I think. This is where I unlock my feisty little chocobo. Do that right now. Maybe I'm wrong. Yep, I needed to go to Bent Branch. Far, so it's fine. And I can purchase Gishel grains from here. Those luscious special. Is that? Well, now I'm gonna have to look it up. I might not be a high enough level, actually. Let's see if the Libre Wars. That is the corresponding app on your phone you can have on your smartphone, if it'll load. Oh, but while I'm here, I guess I can summon them. On the checkbook account, you can just. So here is Lola. Look at her. Her black mage barding. I also have a couple other things. Oh. Side quests. Oh, level 30. Any class of job at level 30 or above. Just set at the South Shroud. Well, that's alright. I was really hoping. Alright, anyway, I've got other bardings that I could do. The Behemoth one was what I got for getting the base game and it's pretty flippin' awesome as well. I like it. It's a little much, a little scary. Just do side life stuff, phone. Okay. So we're gonna. Oh, that's cool. All right. Yay! I have my chocobo. Okay, so I can't do the feisty chocobo quest, which kind of sucks. That's an awful lot that I don't really want to do. All right, let's sort this. Oh, we also have the Whispering Ash Wand. I'm gonna put the Doctor's Crook. Pretty sure I don't have anything. Well, now. Let's change the barding back. That black mage. So, chocobos. Now, your own personal chocobo will not deter you from getting like attacked. So that's not going to happen. Until you get the ability to actually summon them if you were to dismount. Go. Let's see, what else do I have? So this was the Witch's Broom. So this was from the Halloween event. One mount. For getting the special edition of the expansion, I also got with that a very cool Griffin mount. You can fly in those areas. Flying is cool, but complicated. This one was a reward for subscribing for, so your veteran reward is the Behemoth mount. It's pretty cool. I like how you're just kind of like sitting on like a throne on top of him. I like the fat chocobo mount, actually. I just like it. And he waddles. It's hilarious. But yes, now I have mount. And what I'm going to do is, for the sake of just changing it up, I'm going to put Mount Roulette right there. That way now I at least have mounts. That was a huge weight off my shoulder. Okay. Mounts can't be active in dungeons, like like Singer said, and you can't summon them in dungeons either. So, Thousand Miles of Toad Rock is next. And I think I'm actually going to call it an evening right here. So, have a great evening, enjoy, and just hope to see you next time. So we will do 1,000 Miles of Totorock next Thursday. We will continue to progress the story. Hopefully I'll reach level 30 soon, and I'll be able to activate the feisty little chocobo quest. Eventually I have to pick up ventures from this troubled adventurer, but I really do want to get the story along. I managed on off screen. I did stream it, but it wasn't part of the dedicated Thursday night stream. I did get Conjurer, uh, yeah, Conjurer. I got Thaumaturge and Arcanist up to level 10, so I'll probably try and get those up a little bit as well. I need Arcanist to 15 in order to get the White Mage job at level 30 with my Conjurer. So, oh yeah, actually, maybe I'll get both of these up to 15 and then do the random quests, the class quests for these guys, and progress those. And then I should maybe look into doing some of the crafting and gathering a little bit too. It's easy to fall behind in those. If you plan on doing them, it's a good idea to kind of dedicate some time to actually doing them. And the hardest is going to be these two right here. A lot of grinding. Fisherman. Fishing actually nets you a lot more experience, and you can use the fish and sell the fish and do different things. It's not until you get to like some of the more crazy later things, like once you hit around level 30, that things start to get a little bit more hectic in the way how fishing is done. So yeah. But for now, I say we are finished for the evening. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good weekend, and we will see you again next Thursday for another episode of A New Beginning in a Realm Reborn. Thank you very much, and may you ever walk in the light of the crystal. And all that jazz. I'm gonna... yeah. Let's turn around. I have collected the crystal. That's why I keep trying. I'm real tired. Really tired. Okay, let's do this one more time. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, good night.